People who are hurt by circumstances beyond their control deserve sympathy and help, but others bring unhappiness on themselves and spread it to those around them by their destructive acts and influence on others. You can't change or improve them. They will change you by afflicting you with their problems. People who are perpetually miserable spend and spread misery like an infection, and they'll drown you in it. Avoid these people like the plague. Conversely, if you associate with happy people, you'll share in the good fortune they attract and spread. Seek them out. Misery is contagious. Today, we are discussing Law 10 of the 48 Laws of Power. Misery is contagious. Avoid it like the plague. Now, the reason why you want to stay away from these people who are miserable is because people are highly susceptible to the emotions and pathologies of those they spend time with. Chronically miserable and unstable people have the greatest influence because of their insensitivity, because they paint themselves as victims. It can take you a while to see that they cause their own problems. By the time you realize this, these infectors have sucked you in. When your goal is power, those you associate with can make or break you. The woman you associate yourself can make or break you. If she isn't holding you up, if she isn't helping you, she's hurting you. If she isn't helping you build, and she's helping you, she's destroying or she's taking something away from you. If you associate with infectors, you'll waste time extracting yourself into these people and putting all of your good qualities into these people and your resources, and others will lose respect for you due to the guilt by association. They know they don't deserve to be around you. They know that you're better at them at these other things. One of the most damaging types of infectors is the person who perpetually is dissatisfied and aggravated. Cassius, who conspired against Caesar, is an example of a miserable person. He couldn't stand anyone more talented and accomplished than he. His dissatisfaction and hatred of Caesar infected Brutus, who likely would have waited to ascend the throne. The result was one of the great tragedies of history. The only way to fight this type of infection is by removing it, cutting it off. Although often that remedy comes too late, because again, you've already pulled into the person's web. The best way to protect yourself is by paying close attention to those that you surround yourself with. So you see any ominous signs, start by considering their effects on others rather than on who and what they blame for their problems. For example, if you're talking to a woman and she starts to talk about her exes, look at the effects of the relationship and the commonalities. See how they treated those people, because likely if you two fall out, then they have no hesitation to treat you the same way. So watch out for these characteristics of infectors. Number 1, they bring misery on themselves and others. 2, they exude discontentment. Number 3, they have tumultuous histories. This means they have a history of being loud, making confused and uproars, right? Number 4, they've left behind a trail of failed relationships. Haven't we all? Maybe not all of us. They've had unstable careers. They have, this could be careers or relationships. You have to just, depending on what kind of resume you're looking for or what you apply this to. Number 5, they have a charisma that overwhelms people, especially their ability to reason. So whatever you do, don't feel sorry for them. You'll entangle yourself in trying to help while you're beside yourself with frustration, and they'll carry on unchanged. At the other end of the spectrum, There are people who attract happiness and spread it. Do everything you can to associate with these people so that you share in the positive vibes and good fortune they attract. Happiness and success aren't the only positive qualities you should seek out. Any positive quality of someone else, friendliness, charm, creativity, generosity can affect you in a good way. Strive to associate with people who have traits and qualities you lack. If you're moody, hang out with the cheerful people. If you're cheap, associate with the generous people. However, avoid people with the same character flaws as yours. They'll only reinforce your worst traits. Make associating with positive people a rule you live by, and you won't need a therapist. So, lastly, think of someone positive in your life. How can you spend more time with this person? What qualities do they have?